I'm not even gonna hold you. I know we were supposed to come back 24 hours after I soaked that sea moss. It's been 2 days. I looked it up, and apparently, as long as you change the water every day, sea moss that's still soaking can be kept in the refrigerator and it'll be fine for up to a week. So that's what I did. I needed to take a break, so I took one. Let's look through a couple of sea moss facts real quick, and then we'll make our lemonade that's going to go. Well, no. Yeah, we're going to make the lemonade first, then we'll make the sea moss gel, then we'll make the gummies. Okay, so I am repairing my body from a vitamin deficiency. And when I was looking up vitamins and researching vitamins and what the body needs and how they process the nutrients that go into our body, I found that synthetic vitamins are not always soluble and that the body may not absorb them. So I find that it's better to just make everything from scratch. So we're going to use sea moss. Sea moss is a type of red seaweed. It contains phytochemicals and vitamins A and C that help boost the immune system. It's a good source of iodine, which is necessary for the thyroid to produce hormones that regulate your metabolism. It contains taurine, an amino acid that can help with building muscle and muscle recovery. So it's good for people that work out or who have had injuries to their body. Sea moss's fiber content can help slow digestion and balance your blood sugar levels. So this is good for people who are pre-diabetic or diabetic. Sea moss is gluten-free, low in calories, fat, and sugar, and contains small amounts of protein, vitamins, and minerals. Sea moss is also a prebiotic that helps with good gut health, which is directly connected to good mental health. While sea moss is generally considered to be healthy, it can contain inconsistent amounts of both good and less healthy nutrients. It's not so much less healthy nutrients, it's just micronutrients, nutrients that the body doesn't need as much of. Because what the hell is a less healthy nutrient? Well, I get it. It's not, okay, never mind. So here are the ways you can use sea moss gel. As a tea, you can steep it into a tea to soak out some of the nutrients. As a thickening agent, it can be used in soups and stews to thicken it up. You can add it to ice cream. If you add a couple tablespoons of sea moss to ice cream ingredients and churn them, it helps it have a creamier texture. So I think we might put some of that in our vegan ice cream when we make it next month. You can add sea moss to salad dressings that you make at home. You can add a quarter teaspoon of seaweed jelly to salad dressing to enhance the taste and add a creamier texture. You can also make sea moss face masks. You can add it directly to your face or add it to a face mask that you already have pre-mixed. Sea moss can also be used as plant food. Just got to mix 1 to 2 tablespoons of sea moss gel into a half gallon of water and use it to water your plants once a month. It provides them with the nutrients that are good for the soil. And finally, you can put them in smoothies. Just add 1 to 2 tablespoons of sea moss gel into a smoothie and blend it in. Sea moss is flavorless and pairs well with fruits and vegetables. So that's a little bit about sea moss and why it's healthy. It has like hella amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins that we need to be healthy. This is a really simple recipe. It's just you have to make some juice, put it in a saucepan with agar powder, warm it up, whisk it, and then put it in a mold. Agar is what we're using as our gelatin. The difference between agar and regular gelatin that's like in jello is that is derived from animal collagen, skin, bones. Agar is a jelly-like substance that's a mix of carbohydrates that have been extracted from red algae, a type of seaweed. It can be used as a filler in paper or fabric. It's a clarifying agent when brewing, and it's also used in certain scientific practices. But today we're using it as a gelatin. The main difference between agar, it's called agar as well as agar. And it's also called like Chinese glass. China glass. It's called China glass or Japanese canton, which I believe is agar water and sugar, which is needed for a lot of Japanese desserts, I believe. That sounds really fun to make. We might start making them. Let me know down below if you would be interested in Japanese delicacies, like desserts. That sounds delicious. So the difference between agar and gelatin is the fact that agar is plant-based and gelatin comes from the marrow of animals, usually cows or pigs. They use the hooves, they use the skin, they use the bones. It's pretty gnarly. So, a substitute for agar is pectin powder, which is derived from citrus fruit and berries. It's a little sweet, so it's not like agar because agar doesn't have any flavor. So, I would prefer to use that over pectin. But there's always a solution in a substitution. Oh, bars! Okay, so I'm gonna take the seaweed out and I'm gonna grab a lemon and some filtered water and some agave nectar so that I can make the lemonade that I'm going to use as the base for these gummies, which are basically vitamins. Let's get it. This is the juice of 2 small lemons. I took the seeds out, 2 tablespoons of agave nectar, and 1 cup of filtered water. See, I knew it. If you want to make it thin and easier to stir into hot drinks and oatmeal, add an additional 1 cup of water. Didn't I tell you last time I thought that 3 cups wasn't going to be enough and I should use 4? I knew it. Today we're using Judah's Big Ninja and his donut molds. This is a silicone mold. This is what we're going to put our liquid in when we're done. All right, this is what we have. I'm about to go strain this, then put it in here, and add, oh crap. Oh, I gotta put this in a different, oh, by the way, I added some parsley and cinnamon. I'm gonna put this in a different container because I need my Pyrex to measure the water now. Close the blend for 2 minutes. All right, there's some parsley floating in there. All right, let's start with, oh, there's cups on here too. That's so cool. I didn't know that. See? That's so cool, 3 cups. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay. Oh. On. Do you want a smoothie, I guess? Oh, this is doing it by itself? Oh, it was on automatic. So apparently if you put it on smoothie, it will smoothie itself for a minute straight. That is so cool. I did it. That's sea moss, boy. That's perfect. I will tell you what that look like. Okay, now for the next step. We need a cup of our lemonade in our saucepan with 2 tablespoons of agar, then stir in the sea moss gel and agave nectar, then we heat it. Okay. But is this considered a small saucepan? This one I'm gonna use. I don't think this is a small saucepan. I'm gonna use this one. And then we're gonna start, oh, it says whisk. We're gonna whisk, but we're gonna have this ready because we have to pour it into the mold super fast. So I'm gonna put this over here. Got parsley on this. Okay. Well, this is already measured out. No, is it? It's not. Okay. Wait, it is. There's 1 cup of juice. Okay. And then 2 tablespoons of agar. It said that you have to do your measurements like perfectly with this. So let me pay attention. 2 tablespoons. Two tablespoons. It says whisk thoroughly. Where did I? Oh, I need to go get my whisk. It It says whisk thoroughly to combine. And then this is our sea moss gel. 3 tablespoons and then 1 tablespoon of agave. Okay. Now we're gonna add this. And now we're gonna put it on medium-low heat until it slightly thickens, and then we pour it into our mold. Okay. All right, I put it on a 3. Low medium? Is that a 3? Yes. Well, while we're waiting for that to warm up, why don't we go over some of the advice they gave us? Do not increase the heat and bring the gummy mixture to a boil at any time, as this will destroy its nutritional content. Store the gummies in an airtight mason jar. The mixture is enough to fill 2 gummy molds. For best results, use agar powder and not the flakes for this recipe. Stick to the measurements that have been specified. If you add too much of one ingredient, i.e. too much juice or sweetener, then this tends to loosen up the mixture, which compromises the thickness that is needed. The sea moss gummies have a short shelf life. It holds up for about 5 days in the refrigerator. They are not heat resistant, nor are they spongy like the Harboros teddy bears. If the mixture starts to thicken up too much, simply return it to the stove to reheat and melt it down. I don't know, does that seem thick-ish? I don't know. I honestly wish they would have put an approximate time that this step would take. Duly noted. If I do end up doing a cookbook, I will make sure that I put details like that in there. Because I don't like this insecure feeling. I look forward to being able to replicate this recipe and being secure about it so I can just, you know. I just started learning how to use the Ninja. You see, I discover something new every time I use it. It's not like it's mine. Yes, I am staring at it because this is how I get to know food intimately. When I used to make chilies and salmon, I would stand there and watch the food cook so I could understand what was happening at every stage. I like to study things down to its bones and then even deeper. Oh, it's starting to get thick. All right now. Okay now. It's starting to get thicker. You got 2 minutes, buddy. Bless these vitamins where they nourish my family, and I hope they enjoy them. And I hope we did it right. I think we're good. I don't want it to boil. It is starting to get thick-ish, and that's what the direction says. So let's pour it into our molds. Hold on. Let's pour it in here first. I love Pyrex. You can freeze it, you can heat it, you can drop it. No break. Oops, I got room for more. That's all right, I got more molds. It did say it made 2 molds worth, didn't it? Let me find one of our trays. I feel like Judah. I'm about to use the professional trays and stuff. And they said we just pop them out when they're done. I don't know, guys. It's looking a little bit official. I'm starting to get excited. All right, this is what we have. I'm going to go get some of Judah's baking trays to put this on to give us some support and put it in the fridge. 1 hour, we'll be back to see what we have. Look at Judah's professional baking trays. He's such a professional. I admire him. I ran into the smallest hiccup. When I tried to pick this up to put it into the tray, it started spilling. So I had to slip this cutting board under here while putting and slide it on there. So, yes, I feel like you can see what I'm saying. All right, into the fridge. Well, it's been 2 hours and it's not looking too good, friends. I did something wrong. It's not jelly. So we've got lemonade flavored sea moss gel, but we do not have a gummy. Well, okay, round 1 was a fail. Let's try it again. But I can say this is really good. It tastes like applesauce. I would think this is applesauce. It tastes like lemon applesauce. So it's not too much of a fail. It's good. But I'm going to give it a few more hours and see if it gels, but I don't think it is. I think maybe I didn't heat it long enough. That's alright. We'll try it again. But until then, at least we made the sea moss gel. That was a win. Shoot, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. And this is delicious. And it's already portioned in little serving sizes we can eat every day as vitamins. This is delicious. I could just take them out the molds and put them in the jar and act like I meant to make this mistake. But then how would my children learn? I feel like I can already tell that this isn't going to gel up anymore. I feel like I can feel the agar. It needs to be cooked longer. That's okay. We'll do better next time. We're still winners because we don't quit. Now, I just went in there and double checked. It does say that in order for agar to set, it has to be brought to a boil. Why would this lady tell me to make these daggone gummies and not bring it to a boil? She set me up to have daggone applesauce. We finna do this recipe again. Lemon juice of 2 lemons. I used dill this time. Cinnamon, 1 cup of water. Into the saucepan. I also sweetened this with the agave, so I'm not going to add the agave to here. Remember, this is supposed to be juice, so I made our own lemonade, and there's 3 tablespoons of agave nectar in here, so I do not need any more sweetener. 2 tablespoons of agar. 1, 2. Next, the sea moss gel. Now we put it on medium-low heat till it freaking boils, lady. And this time, I'm smart enough to set up my silicone molds on the tray ahead of time. And we are on a 4 because on a 3 we will be here forever. I didn't tell you earlier, I burned my whole finger trying to see if the pan was getting hot. To see if the pot was getting hot. So, rolling boil. As soon as it starts to roll and boiling, I'm going to take it out. It's not even getting thick yet. Patience. I wonder if I should put a fan in my plant room to help germinate the plants, because they're starting to get pollen on them and stuff. So I was hand germinating them earlier with a Q-tip, but now I'm wondering, should I put my fan in there? I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, now we're at the point before where it's starting to get thick, but I'm gonna wait for it to actually bubble. See, it is starting to get thick, so okay. Now we have to wait. I knew my behinds was just not being patient enough. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Okay, it's 4:05. We're going to let it do this for 2 minutes because that's what it said in the article. 2 minutes. Because it said rolling boil, and this is not a rolling boil. It's still not a rolling boil. I'm going to let it do its thing. I want to turn this up so bad, but it's cautioned me not to. But that's the advice that came from the same lady that gave me the bad advice to begin with. Not that it's bad advice. It may reduce the nutritional value of the seaweed, of the sea moss. I don't know. But it's no point if it doesn't gel up. Now, I just still feel like I did something wrong because it's not thickening up. I feel like I'm about to add another tablespoon of agar. I feel like her measurements are off. I think I just messed this whole thing up. It changed texture. I don't know. I've lost faith in this at this point. I don't know. I do see a glimmer of hope. The whole consistency changed when I used the 3rd. You know what? I think it's the adding. I don't think I'm supposed to add the agar when she adds it. I don't like her recipe. I don't like her recipe at all. I think because when I added the agar to the warm situation, it reacted totally different. This is a totally different texture. I think her process is off. I think it's her process. Okay, let's get these molds poured. I love giving myself a tongue twister. Like, girl, you just try to say and do the most challenging things. Okay. Oh, no, I forgot. Okay. I think these will turn out a lot better. So if this does work, next time I'm gonna warm up everything and put the agar in last after everything's warmed up, because it reacted totally different. And sometimes it's just the process that's wrong, not so much the ingredients. All right, I'll see you in 2 hours, yo. Cross your fingers. Oh my God, I don't want to check this shit. Oh my God, it worked! But okay, here's the thing though. It's too gelatinous, so okay, so now I understand. Her measurement wasn't off. It is 2 tablespoons of agar, but you need to add it to the warm juice. So next time I'm going to warm up the lemonade first, then add 2 tablespoons of agar, and then we'll be good. Okay, we get a C. We get a C. Only because we went back and tried again. But we freaked out and we started doing other stuff. So next time will be better. This is what we have. See, it shouldn't be like a silicone mold. So, but we got them. They're cute though. They don't taste nasty. You can just tell the texture is a little off. Just because you would want it to be more like a gummy. Okay. Third time's a charm. We'll get it perfect next time. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss, on all music streaming platforms worldwide. Can't win them all. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.